Good evening, gentlemen. It is good to see you guys. I have missed being in class the last couple weeks. I'm sure you guys probably missed class today. It's late for me. It's about 11 p.m. This is like my 100th attempt at making this video. Um, but we will persevere. Anyway, so I miss seeing y'all's faces, and I'm looking forward to seeing your messages and hearing what you guys came up with. So, anyways, but let's get this party started. Um, Tonight, if I was to title my message, I would title it Solve a Problem, Make an Impact. And you see, all of us as humans, it's intrinsically built into us to desire to make a difference in the earth, to leave a legacy, to make a difference, to solve a problem for somebody, to be a great solution to some great catastrophe in the earth, and to make a difference in the course of history. And that's a beautiful thing. But I really believe that every great accomplishment, every great mark in history was precursored by many small decisions, daily decisions, character disciplines, and one approach to this, one aspect of this, of a way that we make history and leave a legacy is by being a problem solver. It's been said that every person in history is remembered for either the problems that they solved or the problems that they created. And I know most of you, as well as myself, I want to be known for the problems that I solved. I don't want to add to the chaos in this world. I want to remedy the chaos in this world. And so I was thinking this last week, I was in California with my twin sister was getting married, and I was with my older sister. I went a few days early to visit with her, and we were having a good time, a couple days of mini vacation before the wedding chaos. And we had just gotten done with a massage. We were about to go shopping and just have some fun. And my twin sister calls, and she's trying to get ready for the wedding and all this. And she calls, and she's just frantic, just beside herself. And she's like, the kids are throwing up, and I'm overwhelmed, and I don't know what to do, and Ian's not helping me, and this is going on, and this is going on, and I'm exhausted, and she's just freaking out. And so I can't help her from a number of hundreds of miles away. And so I asked her, I was like, okay, what do you want me to do for you? How can I help you where I'm at right now? And she said, well, I just need someone to tell me what to pack. And I could tell her brain was fried at that point. And so I said, okay, we can help you with that. And so I just gave her some suggestions, make a couple different lists, one for you, one for the girls, one for wedding stuff, and organize your thoughts, and that'll get it out of your head, and you'll feel a lot better. And so we got her calmed down, and my older sister and I texted her some suggestions of things she might need to pack, and we got that bridge crossed. And but I noticed in retrospect, like even in the situation, there was a moment where I felt that inner struggle of choose to protect my little mini vacation by trying to just ignore this chaos over here, or put those things aside and really prioritize helping my sister because she matters to me and I want her wedding to be meaningful and I love her. And so even though it seems like a no-brainer kind of a decision, that struggle was still there. The flesh was still there. And I realized as I thought about it, like, this is her wedding and it's a big deal. And the way that I responded to her dilemma would really impact her experience. It would impact her enjoyment of the process. And based on how I carried myself, based on how I responded to chaos, how I responded to emergencies, how I responded to problems, could either really hurt her enjoyment of her wedding experience, or could really enhance her enjoyment of the wedding experience. And so I just realized, like, I can really change things here. I can really influence this experience for her, and I'm going to do it by setting myself aside and choosing her. And so as I kind of looked at the whole thing, I was able to draw out some overarching principles that I feel like all of us can utilize, because we're all set in situations where we are armor bearers, so to speak, or we can bear the influence on someone else's life, be it good or be it bad. We can either be the problem solver or the problem maker. And how we respond to that determines whether we are highly influential in a good way, leaving a mark in a good way, or whether we're leaving a mark in a bad way. And so these principles I feel like we can all utilize, whether you're serving your pastor, whether you're serving your boss, whether you're serving your spouse, that's a good one, whether you're serving your children, that's an even better one. And these are hard relationships, and we can neglect to realize the impact of our small decisions on other people's lives, and ultimately the impact of our life in this earth if we don't capitalize, if we don't capitalize on those small opportunities. And so I drew out these principles that I want to share with you, and we can better have a lasting impact in this earth and be a solution by implementing the principles of running, remember that word, running to people's aid. Okay? And so by running, R-U-N, running to their aid, we want to remember others first. It's human nature to put us first. It's human nature, survival of the fittest, get my own back, all of that. And so we have to train ourselves. We have to train ourselves to intentionally put others first, to look to others' needs. Charles Dickens says, no one is useless in this earth, and that's the goal. We want to be useful. No one's useless in this world who lightens the burdens of others. And really think we remember the people who came alongside of our lives in poignant moments and lifted a burden and blessed us in the moment when it was life-giving. We remember those people. They're the ones who leave a mark. Those are the people we want to be. Philippians 2:3 says, do nothing in rivalry, which would be like competition, or conceit, which is like arrogance, but in humility can count others as more important, more significant than yourself. And so the first principle in leaving a positive mark in history is to leave a positive mark by remembering others first. That's R. You. We're running to their aid. R, you. You would be to understand the felt need. It's easy to overlook the needs of others if we're not looking for the needs, if we're not paying attention. And it's easy to find those needs if we choose to understand and walk in a place of understanding. Understanding, which would be basically like you put yourself in their shoes and consider what they might be experiencing, what they might be feeling, what they might be wanting or needing. And what that does is it activates empathy. If we walk in empathy, which is an emotional response or an ability to emotionally identify with someone's place, empathy should awaken compassion. And compassion then is the action that puts integrity to the empathy. It causes us to actually move on people's behalf and to become the problem solver, to bring tangible and practical help to them. Okay, so empathy and compassion go hand in hand, empathy being the emotional response which stimulates compassion, and compassion would lead us to action. Jesus was often moved with compassion when he would go about doing healings and move into miracles. The word often says that he was moved by compassion and then he healed them, or he was moved by compassion because they were like sheep without a shepherd. And so empathy, which another word for empathy would be understanding, but understanding or empathy is the window to which we see someone's needs, and compassion is the doorway in which we can go out and do something about it. So R would be we remember others first. U would be understand the felt need, identify the needs by walking in empathy, and then allow compassion to cause you to fulfill those needs and to meet those needs. The last would be N, which would be new solutions. People need new solutions when they have new problems. They wouldn't have problems if old solutions worked. We have to regularly utilize the creativity that God gave us. He made us creative in nature. He made us creative, and creativity has the potential to cause great new solutions, great new inventions. Necessity is the mother of all invention, right? There's a problem, it needs to be fixed, and so we invent a solution. New solutions are a great, being able to come up with creative solutions is a great asset to possess as a leader and as an influencer. The word talks about that we must demonstrate the love of God, demonstrating the love of God. But if anyone, it says in 1 John 3:17, but if anyone has the world's goods and sees his brother in need, yet closes his heart against him, how does God's love abide in him? If we're going to be a representation of God on the earth, we have to be able to meet people's needs. It's very practical. I hate when, growing up in the church, I've seen it before where they'd be like, oh, just pray for them. They just need prayer. Well, how silly is that? If they need food and you go, well, let me pray for you. You've got food, you've got money, and all you offer them is a prayer. They're going, keep your prayer. I want a hamburger, And so we need to offer new solutions, fresh solutions. Think outside of the box. Creative people are the ones who truly create history. Helping others is central to a successful life. So when you're coming up with solutions, don't think about solutions that have always worked in the past. Come up with something new. We need new creative solutions because those are going to cause new breakthroughs for people. They're going to lift the burdens in a new way and possibly put tools in people's hands to allow them to take care of themselves. Then it just unlocks new things. And so if we would remember others first, if we would understand the felt needs and meet them, and if we would come up with new solutions, creative solutions, we can really impact people. And the beautiful thing about it is if you're going to be remembered, if you're going to mark history and leave a legacy in this earth, it starts small. You'll be remembered for the problems you solved or the problems you've created. And it doesn't start out with rocket science. It starts out with how you took care of your spouse, how you took care of your children, how you took care of the people in your church. It starts out small, and the Lord gives us greater and greater trust. There is always a way, when there's a big picture, for it to be broken down into small successes on a daily size, daily scale basis. And so if we would remember these principles and we would choose to be people who lift a burden and solve a problem in love, then we would truly leave a trail of grateful people behind us, and that is what creates true legacy. So thank you, gentlemen, for listening, and I look forward to listening to your messages as well. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.